What's up, everybody? It's your boy Doug Wright, aka DW3, and we back with another episode. And the crew is here. We in the house. We in the place to be. Hit that like, share, and click, baby. Turn that volume up. I got to the right of me. You see what I'm saying?
Sticks.
Woo, woo, woo.
What up, dog? Yo.
And then on the left side, I got that brother, that PHA brother Scoville. What's up? Bingo. All right, y'all. Let's do today's breakdown. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be about empowerment. Why empowerment? Why does it matter, Sticks? Let's talk about that. Why does empowerment matters?
Empowerment matters because it gives you control. It gives you a sense of purpose and being. Empowerment is something that can lift a mountain out of the ground. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mountain to a molehill, or a molehill to a mountain. You feel me? So empowerment is the beginning of change, in my opinion.
And that's for our at-risk communities. You know what I'm saying? And is it about survival, Brother Schofield?
It does. Empowerment does touch a piece of survival because I feel personally and within our community, you don't see empowerment through motivational aspects until things get too deep or too much of a problem. Then that's when you see people wanting to come in with empowerment, and by that time people are already in that survival skill and survival mode as that mentality. You've already taken away the asset and the resources, so now what happens? You go into survival mode, and now you got somebody that want to come in and empower everybody, but then it's too late. Where were you when they were already screaming out for help as this was already happening?
It's about making sure families don't just scrape by, but actually have a chance to thrive.
Yeah.
Empowerment. Yeah. You know. What you say on that? On your life? Give me.
I mean, it's
in
just,
the community.
It's just, it's survival. I don't know. I guess they were tying to each other, but as far as the community, empowerment is personal responsibility. How can you ask for empowerment from somebody else or from somewhere else? You got to give yourself empowerment. It's an empowerment, like outpowerment. You don't outsource it, you insource it. You gotta look in the mirror and see who you is. That's what empowerment is.
Let's check out the definition of empowerment. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're talking about why it matters. It has always mattered. Empowerment has always mattered. But it's something that was always overlooked. Pressures, problems, conditions, situations were all created for us not to see the importance of empowerment. With the Webster, it's a authority or power given to someone to do something. Community. Are we empowering our community the right way?
That depends on who you ask.
Nah, I mean, it's a difference between right and left, right and wrong.
True.
So you can ask anybody. And right and wrong is a personal opinion, true indeed. But everybody got an opinion on it.
Mm-hmm. True. But let's talk facts. This Unfiltered Thoughts.
I mean, if you want to talk facts, the only way to make that a fact is to group in and divide. But that ain't what you want with empowerment. So you really can't, like bro said, you can't really. That depends on who you ask. Because if you got 50 people, right, on both, you got 50 people, you split that in half. That's 25, 25. If 25 say this right, and the other 25 say that's wrong, you got chaos. But if you got 30 to say this is right and 20 to say that's wrong, you know what right and wrong is.
But if you're teaching truth and applying principle with that truth, you can't go wrong, right?
But principle is still grouping people in. But I get what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's
Come
all
on,
I'm saying.
help me out, Brother Scoville over there.
That's all I'm saying. Because if you got principle, then you got a group of people that have similar beliefs or are close enough to say, hey, you know what? I agree with you to a degree that if we put this in play, I could stand by this side and say this is what it is.
So do that make that 50-50?
It's still, the 50 is definitely 50 now. You know why? But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. When you say I said you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say that as far as the community, because the community is grouping people in. So within that community, but it's like bro said, that's a matter of opinion in the whole. But in the community, then it would be, you feel me, whatever the guidelines is, you right and wrong is in black and white, or it's an understanding that the community got. Whether you want to acknowledge it and say it's right or wrong, you know what it is. Moral compass tells you what it is.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
So let me do this because you got my point.
Come on
You got my point. Today's empowerment with our youth is not what's going on in the community. It's what's going on
I gotta stop you right there.
These devices.
I got to stop you right there.
Okay, run it by me.
Because you're not wrong, but I'm not finna let you get away with that right now.
All right, run it. Let's run it. This is what we do.
That's the same thing they told us. So you sitting by your thoughts to say whatever you was doing as a child was really the main problem right in your brain?
But see,
no.
Okay, now I love that.
Now I get it because what's on them devices and them devices do, just like the video games, the homies outside, they play a part in your lifestyle. But all in all, you learn in the home first. So what you see in your home is gonna structure how you move outside, whether you got discipline or not.
Okay.
You feel me? Unless you just so happen to be one of them ones that got the ability to say, hey, I want to develop some discipline. But that's rare and few, you feel me?
Yeah.
But that's a natural gift. You know what I'm saying? The people but majority of the people gotta learn these other things. Everybody got their natural gift, but you gotta learn everything else. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I had to stop you. Now the devices is a heavy play, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead.
So that was my thing. I'm glad you said what you said. But to me, my notion is a lot of what goes on in the community and what empowers them to keep going is right here on these devices, on these social media apps. I'm not saying it's anything wrong. You know, DW3 is out there, BCB. You got a whole lot more going on out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Did y'all just catch that this year they implemented in a plan of like no phones in the school?
Oh, most definitely. But
they send them to school with headphones now.
They do send them to school, and then they give them Chromebooks and laptops.
But
this ain't even optional.
Exactly.
It's on that school list.
It's a requirement. It's a requirement. Yeah. See, that's what I liked that answer, Sticks. But I liked it how you did that. How you kept it true and where it is. Because see, that's where today's but why? I'm gonna read something. Why empowerment matters now. Right now, too many neighborhoods are in a cycle. A lack of jobs, underfunded schools, housing instability, and violence that feels endless. But empowerment flips that script. It starts with realizing that communities already have power, already have voices, already have leaders in the making. The problem is that the system has been designed to mute those voices. That's why I liked that answer. because that voice is being muted because with that thought process that you had, because the majority of us say it's the devices, it's this, it's that. But that thought right there mutes that.
Yeah. Because who gave him the device? Who bought that device?
Right at
Bro,
home.
you know, they say some homes grow up, man.
And gave it to him with no structure.
It's kids that, and no, you have to, you give it to them with no structure, but we got to do more than just tell them structure. We have to embed it in them. You got to force your child in the beginning because he don't understand.
See, I don't like that word force. I have learned that when they use the terminology that we're like sheep are teachable. They're ignorant. You know, and our brains are human. You know, we got to get out of that because that's what they did with us with slavery. They forced slavery onto us.
Yeah.
See, but when you take teaching, teaching can be raw, teaching can be fun, teaching can be exciting.
Teaching, whatever it takes to get the lesson
across. But when you forcing something, there's no excitement in that.
No, not
so
at
we
all.
have to get away from that terminology.
Nah, because this is the thing, right? I get that, and force is necessary. I don't care if people are afraid to see and look at the ugly side of life. When the sun go down, it get cold at night,
horrible.
brother.
It's horrible. And see,
life don't tell you I love you, but I'm finna put this cold ass weather on you. No, it's forcing it on you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Force is what makes is what determines the pressure. It's pressure. It makes the diamonds. It creates evolution. Force is necessary. Without force, you're stagnant.
Boy, Sticks
out
today.
What's
Sticks
Newton's
is
law?
out today. He
But
out
no, what's
today.
Newton's law? It's in the physics.
You right.
The laws of physics say any object in motion will stay in motion unless met by the equal or greater force.
Okay.
You want to keep doing what you've been doing. You want to keep getting what you always been getting.
But see, this is okay. I agree with the force concept. Okay.
But I will say this before you get started. This was my whole point behind that. It's we have to understand that there's no good and bad except for gluttony and lack of. Meaning you either doing too much or you ain't doing enough. We forget there's a gauge in the middle. Now, if your child walking across the street and it's a car coming, what you gonna do if you can't quite get to him to pick him up?
Yelling their name.
You gonna push his little ass.
Yeah, get out, go.
Excuse my language, but you gonna shove him. That's force. You just saved his life. You're not gonna save his life because you don't want to force him.
Okay, but how did he get out there in the first place?
You could be walking across the street. You've been with kids at the oldest one. Hey, runner, hurry up, run across the street. Get across the street.
Yeah. Now, that's why I say about teaching.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm going to the corner, we all walking to the corner, and I say, okay, we're going to look to the left, and we're going to look to the right. Do you see any cars? No. All right, then let's go ahead and cross.
Understand
that? That's teaching.
That's facts.
What you just gave was a command. They went, did what you said, which is teaching.
Yeah.
Like sheep.
Yeah.
Okay? But then you didn't pay attention to the surroundings. Now you don't put them in a situation. Of course you got to force them out. Because through your example, you put them in a forced situation.
True. But can I say this?
Oh.
But can I say this?
Yes, sir.
The one thing you can't account for is life itself.
That's
Your
correct.
kids know if I say run across that street, you already got the understanding of watching left and right. I'm telling you to hurry up. You don't have the time to look left and right, just run across the street. And with that comes life. I didn't account for the car being that or anything. It's a million ways you can spin it. But what I'm saying is we get afraid of how we gonna look coming off to other people's opinions. Force is not a bad thing. Force is necessary. It was here way before a person even had an opinion about this earth. It shaped this earth. So if you want to go against your own nature, go for it. Now, I say watch how much force you use because everything has its own level of pressure that it can take. So if you're not aware enough to study your people, place, and things, your community, then who are you to even speak on these things?
Wait a minute. Wait, Brother Schofield. Did he use study?
He did it.
Now,
He
right?
did it. He teaches.
Now he over there teaching, right? And now,
but now I'm forcefully teaching you because now I feel a little stern with it.
Okay, so now I'm glad we even went there because when you brought up force, and Brother Doug, when you brought up teaching, I was going to bring in the fact that there is multiple ways to apply force while teaching. It is different aspects in how you talk and how you move. You see me with my kids all the time. If I'm telling my son to do something and he running off doing something, get back over here now. But then if it's an understanding of, okay, we're here to work. Right. We're going to work first, right, and then you guys get the chance to play. Right. All right? You have to work, and then you reap the benefits of what you sown and what you did. It's the same situation with good and bad. Mm-hmm. You do good, daddy finna go take you to do something fun. You do bad, sadly, I got the concept of one for all for one. Mm-hmm. You know, you do wrong, your sister got to punish. Your sister do wrong, you got to punish. And it's that concept of, to me, that's where my force comes in at when they do wrong, because I gotta get both of them to understand that if you was with your brother or your brother was with you, y'all gotta do it together, and y'all can't leave each other alone. Now, so y'all on that.
I was gonna say, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Do you believe in discipline?
Oh,
big time. Big time.
Now, what's the core of discipline?
Oh, see, see, we cannot get away from 4 sticks. You are correct, but what I can do is take that force and take teaching and bring them together to make them a whole. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because when I'm working with my grandkids and they done something that they know they ain't got nothing to do, at that time, yes, I got to put them in a situation through teaching that's forced because they don't want to do it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now I'm teaching you. Yeah. So I definitely understand what you're saying about the force, but now we got the viewers to also understand the importance of teaching.
Hey, let me give you an equation real quick. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
Force plus teaching equals understanding.
Say it again.
Force plus teaching equals understanding.
Ooh, or can we go
teaching plus force equals understanding. We can go that route too.
Give understanding without forcing?
Because force come first, you know, in theory. I can understand because he used formed and shaped. So
no,
I'm
saying can you have understanding without force?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
So you didn't think I understood you was opening your doors to me in that first conversation we had?
I feel like it took a little bit of forcing with the conversation.
I tell you this, I agree with you, but you didn't force me. Life did.
Exactly.
My situation, my past. So I give you that. I give you that.
Exactly. That is correct.
The force came first.
See? Hey. Home of Unfiltered Thoughts. Home of what sticks?
Unfiltered Thoughts, and I forgot the rest.
Raw conversation.
Raw conversation.
Real insight.
I apologize.
Real insight.
Okay, say it again, Sticks.
The rawest conversation. Raw conversation.
That's how we do it, baby.
Oh.
That's how we do it.
I'm going to get it, y'all. Work with me.
So, all right, y'all. All right. Now, hey. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead.
Okay.
Because man, empowerment is something crazy, right? We just did all of this and it's unfolded right here in front of us. So we're going to go ahead and jump down and when a neighborhood doesn't have a proper grocery store, we replace grocery stores with liquor stores. All the snacks inside without the proper nutrients or availability and necessary nutrition for our children. When playgrounds stay broken for years, the kids don't get a chance to go out there and play on it because you understand the potential hazard of them playing on that broken playground. When schools don't have the necessary resources, and now we're getting into the point when I was in school, textbooks were falling apart.
Wait. I just want to stop. I don't want to talk about the playgrounds. I want to talk about the damn liquor stores and the smoke shops.
I mean, let's talk about it because that's what's eating. I can walk outside and it's a liquor store right around the corner. It's continuously we are seeing the evolution of liquor stores. Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with marijuana, but we also seeing the evolution of that. That is replacing the liquor stores.
Mm-hmm.
We are finding one on each corner. You can go into a liquor store, get you a little bit of Delta 8, the CBD, whatever else you want of it.
But see, with the dispensary, if you not certain age requirements, you can't even go in and look around.
Bing, yep.
You see what I'm saying? But with the liquor store and the smoke shop,
you can go in and look around because why? They have those snacks in there available at hand. They got juices in there available at hand.
I never even paid attention to that part.
Yeah, when you go in there, you got a chip aisle, right? Not only do you got a chip aisle, but you also got that juice aisle that they call mixers, right? Kids can go in there all the time. Oh, I'm going in to get a juice. I'm going in to get a bag of chips. You know, it's all right there.
But 85% of it is smoke shop.
Yeah.
So it's there.
They getting they norm. Like it's they norm now. Yeah, we going liquor store. They going liquor store like you is.
Empowerment, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about redirecting our youth, man. That's what I'm talking about. We letting them know that that's okay and it's not. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's just real stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they seeing that and they looking like, man, you know.
What's that? Oh, I want that bottle of Don Julio.
Go grab it.
They definitely think they know everything. Get some little something, bro.
That be the case though, because if you look at it, like when I was growing up, and I walk around the street to the corner store, there was no, that liquor was behind the cabinet. It was behind the register. There was no choice on it. You couldn't get to it. You had your little meat department in the back. You had your little store over there.
Yeah.
And you was able to get your stuff, but that liquor was behind it.
It's definitely but it's a systematic thing, man. It's something that for me I don't really understand it. I understand it as far as the purpose of them putting it there, but I don't understand it for the purpose of them even needing it. Other than, you know what I'm saying, foot on the neck situation, that's understandable. Obviously, that's what it is, but
I
you know what I'm saying?
I know drinking, I started out thinking because every time I saw a commercial, they was having fun. When I saw my family partying and at parties, I thought it was, you know, when I started smoking cigarettes. I mean, the first time that I smoked a cigar, man, I hated that shit because I ain't hell. I hated that shit.
Yeah, that shit was heavy.
I was sick.
Black and Male, you just smoking a Black and Male 12 years old. That's the first thing you
know what I'm saying? And I was up. I can't cop out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got a shoulder. I can hit it. And then I hit that big old end. But what I'm saying is that I started those things because the pictures was painted that those things was cool.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, it's all around you. It's in the music. It's on TV. It's there.
Now, my thing is this is my question. Because I've seen these debates. I ain't going to say debates because that's not what this is. This is the rawest. But, you know what I'm saying? I've seen these dialogues over and over the years, you feel me? And I'm like, okay, we
like you
understand
said,
that. What's next? The people want to know because you got a lot of people that's ignorant that don't show it and don't want to believe it. Mm-hmm. So it's like you say, if you can grab 1, 2 on them, let's speak on what the real is. We got to build up to it. We got to get to them points. But that's what I be itching for. What we doing next?
What is
and that's
the next
everything
step?
because I done this 2, 3 times over. I know what's coming. What we finna do next? What we finna do now?
We teaching them about the importance of empowerment.
I know. I got a little empowered. I was just, you know, I got the feeling myself. But that's, you know what I'm saying? You know what really grinds my gears? Whoever say that, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Nigga say you really jam my God. I'm like, man, what is y'all be?
But it's also this too. We gotta understand that we gotta know when to keep the kids in a kid's place.
True.
Because one of the biggest things is now it's at a point where if I go out to the park and you see somebody out there grilling, What you finna turn around and see in somebody's hand while a kid right there next to him?
The only way to keep them in their place is to
stay in yours.
Exactly.
Bingo.
And remind them that you created them.
You feel me?
And
they gonna walk in your shadow before they ever walk in your light.
Hey, I had allowed. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I want y'all to know something. Mr. or Mrs. I'm gonna tell my parent what to do. Hey, my mother was on drugs. Came up in the crack pandemic, and just because she used drugs, I thought that I was the daddy. Hey, man, I never forget this, brother. And I had got beneath myself and disrespected my mama. I didn't put my hands on it. It's just the way that I talked to her. And she went in that kitchen and got that steak knife.
Yeah,
and
thought it was game.
And stabbed me right
Shawty,
in
let me
the side.
I brought you in this world.
And I take you out of
it. What they say, Sticks?
I brought you in this world.
What you got over there, brother Scrubble?
And I take you out of it, boy.
And they believe it.
They
No, they
will.
Who is you to stop?
Ain't nothing gonna stop you.
But no, that's why I was saying, like, man, when it comes to these kids, bro, the best thing you can do is do better.
That is correct.
Because what you do today might not even affect, it is going to affect them, but the consistency of what we doing now will affect the long term, as opposed to just saying we is who we is, but we done and doing something different. 5-10 years from now, they probably won't even remember the old you. You feel me?
But they do.
I mean, they might have an understanding with it, but it depends on how you catch them, how young you catch them. Man, I can see kids don't even remember they childhood.
I'm gonna tell you from experience. I have 5, and I was there for the first. I was there for 7 years, and then I was not there for 7 years, and when they came back around me, my kids had experienced a different dad than what they had knew in the beginning. I had the same principles, but I demonstrated them different. I grew, I learned. See, and through my way of parenting, I always, like you said, give them what you always wanted, and give them that principle. Keep them in their place. Because I grew up under that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Those type of things. See, it was just the crack pandemic that dismantled things. You know, but I grew up in that proper household where it was black empowerment and success, and this is how you do things and structure. But them drugs, they came and tore that down. But and I call myself putting that back into play with my kids. And as I got older, and I went through the experience that I went through, I learned that instead of beating them or attempting to change who they are, teach them about themselves so they can be empowered and be successful. You know, because I have raised other kids outside what I do. Outside of my kids, I have been continuously a mentor or a stepdad or a brother or a sister. So I'm always teaching and I'm always learning. And through my learning is that it cycles in this thing. And the worstest thing that you can do is not teach an individual how to identify with themselves, because that helps with empowerment also. That helps with that understanding.
Yeah.
That helps with, well, why is force the way that it is? You know, when force first kicked me in the ass stick, I wanted to know why.
Yeah, I definitely want to know why. That was my main question.
So I had to go learn how force worked. And then I learned force don't change.
Right?
You see what I'm saying?
I definitely see what you're saying, and I can agree with that. But force kicked you in the ass because you didn't understand something.
That's life.
You're right.
Correct.
That's life.
That is correct.
Don't nobody know everything right now.
Exactly.
True.
They have
So
to
as
go
you-
through something.
You have to learn. What is it? A hard head make a soft ass.
Hey, you
A
hear
whole
me?
lot of people said.
I had to learn. I had to take what was put upon me forcefully and learn that a hard head does make a soft ass. Because you could be getting knowledge and getting it and getting it and getting the empowerment, but if you not willing to pay attention to it, life gonna come and make you understand it one way or another.
Look at where we at here in Jeff City, y'all. Look at our East Side community. Give me one proper grocery store, and give me how many smoke shops, how many gas stations, but not one. We used to have Gerbs. We used to have Save-A-Lot. We don't have not one single grocery store.
They got Snooks.
But
In this community, where we at? That Snooks is way over there on the boulevard. Walmart way over there on the boulevard. It's nothing in the community, is what I'm saying. I'm talking about Ward 2, where we at? We're building community.
How far that go back?
Ward 2.
This is Snooks right here by the McDonald's, ain't it?
That's East.
Nah, that's Gerbs.
That's
That
a
ain't
whole
East.
nother.
That's
Gerbs. That's Gerbs. You talking about over there on Scott Hill?
That's
Yeah.
off of East.
That's
Drive.
Gerbs.
That's a whole nother community. See, when you look at the map of Jeff City, y'all.
I'm talking about off of Ellis.
That's what I
So
want
you
y'all
come
to
around
encourage.
Ellis.
I want y'all to know where we at.
Schultes.
We
Schultes.
in Jefferson City, Missouri. 213 East Ashley Street is where we shoot. And I want you to take the time and go to Google and look at it. And then I want you to look at this community. It's 5 wards in this state. And I want you to look in Ward 2 community. And I want you to look at all the gas stations, all the smoke shops, all the liquor stores, and tell me how many grocery stores. Help me out.
I don't know.
Hold on, because I got you. I've been running I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We actually live in a food desert.
7.
Who?
A food desert.
You got a total of about 7 to 10 grocery stores and smoke shops, with that being 3 grocery stores, 2 of them across the street from each other, 1 directly down the street, and then those seven.
That's in the whole town.
Yeah, that's just right here in this.
I'm talking about over here on the east side. What we got?
No, that's on the east side.
Okay.
That's on the east side.
Okay.
That's counting them out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's right here on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it any grocery stores in our community?
Nope. You got 2 in this community. There are no grocery stores. You got 3 food pantries.
I'm talking about healthy eating. BCB do food pantry twice a week. If you come Monday, you can come Thursday. Twice a week.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
I'm talking about healthy eating.
Mm-hmm. BCB got a community garden where they grow their vegetables.
Give out toward doing food pantry.
Yeah.
But healthy eating, though. I'm talking about the odds of what we up against in our communities. And it's worse in the urban city community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 times worse.
Come on now. This is that system that you're talking about. Let's not shout.
I've learned. I can't shout. I can't argue with a man when he right. You want me to say? I know very little about it. I'm listening to you.
It's part of that system, man. See that system, and the only way to change the system is to be in it.
Facts. That's 100%.
Right. Now, on that part, how do we become a part of the system?
By learning.
But what are we learning?
Unity.
What is it?
Round table elite. Unity.
Round. Ooh.
You have to be able to distinguish. You feel me? You got to know what's for you and what's not, first and foremost. Because you can't say, you have to put up barriers. You have to, like, there's no peace
Round
without
table
war.
elite.
You feel me? There's no peace without war. And at some point, you got to say, it's like I'm gonna get off topic, and this is my personal opinion. I don't care how they feel, but it's like with this whole slavery and segregation shit. Let them go over there. Cause I guarantee you could put me anywhere on God's green earth and I'ma figure something out. Give me 5 people like that, you can keep the rest of them. And now they can't come over here. Straight up. Period, bro. You wanna get better, let's start by weeding out the problem. You got a bunch of yes men.
But wait, no. That's that's how it was.
We've been beaten into submission.
But when you go back to history and how this country started, it started by branching off from the Republic to start the Democrat. Correct?
But we didn't have no say-so in that.
Oh, man, but we did.
Oh, well, then didn't nobody tell me about it. I missed that conversation. Where my say-so at? My 40 acres in the mule?
But they
Give
teach
it
us.
to me.
The only thing that they teach us is that slavery version. But it's a whole nother version.
Yeah, facts.
You see what I'm
everybody
saying?
went the whole of America's blacks
when
wasn't
I
slaves.
realized over there at the same time slavery, it was black people free in Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts.
Because slavery was essentially a business. Slavery was a business for the South.
Exactly. It was a business.
For the South.
It was a business.
However they run it.
You see, it was a business to them.
Yeah.
And democracy took that business from them.
Yeah. And replaced it with machines and factories. I'm not going to tell y'all that. And they brought the blacks up north just because they could trick the whites because they couldn't trick them with the Italians and the Irish no more. In case you ain't know that, those are facts. To make them work for less.
Now, a fascinating thing off subject is I went and learned about Henry Ford. You know, Henry Ford was the first person that hired black people on the masses in the automotive industry and gave them the higher wage. And he's also the one that created the assembly line.
Is that why they try to downplay Ford so much?
Oh yeah, but see, this is the thing that I'm about to get everybody with. You know, the man only had a 5th grade education.
Henry Ford only had a 5th grade education.
And had a button on his desk that he can hit that button and come in and ask them a question they'll be able to answer. See, I just taught y'all his whole organizational setup. He was the visionary behind it, but had tools all around him to build success. And not only did he build that success, he taught his family how to build that success because the Ford name is still dominant today. They own the Detroit Lions. And these are women that's empowering. I'm just talking about principle and teaching, y'all, in general. You know, so, you know, and that's some of the things that we have to learn how to do. We have to learn how to get out there and study. We have to learn to get out there and seek. You know, when you thirst for knowledge, man, you just don't tune in one person. You search until you hit that eureka. Because when you get that eureka, boy, woo! Hey, Brother Schofield, have you ever had that eureka?
Man, I live off of that eureka, man. Every time I turn around, it's a moment of understanding power. Let's go. Let's find the next thing. Let's keep moving. But I'm going to say something. Both of y'all talked about things and y'all said off topic. Nothing y'all said was off topic. Everything y'all said continued to...
It wasn't politically correct. Off topic meant this is my personal opinion. You don't like it, go fly a kite.
Yeah. But it's still empowerment with everything y'all said because it's right there. It's all empowerment. It all boils down to the empowerment that was given and that can be given for somebody else to decide to succeed after your time has passed. Henry Ford example.
Hey, we gotta teach today. We gotta teach our kids. We gotta teach our wives, our girlfriends, our daughters, our sons, our grandkids. We got to teach them that their voice matter. We got to teach them that they count. We got to teach them that they're the future.
Let's focus on teaching them what they do matters.
There you go. Come on, Stick. Say it.
Because you can see, say, hear, do all this extra stuff and then wake up and don't do nothing.
What
And they gonna remember that
matter.
And then they gonna remember that do nothing as you
Do unto others you want done on you.
Bingo.
That's offending because karma is real.
Oh, say it again.
Karma is the real.
Hey, karma do exist. It's a principle, y'all.
hey, when karma hit it hurt.
If you religional, if you scripture, what goes up must come down. It's a principle. What goes around. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 tells us it's a time and place for everything.
So,
So and you can go to other different scriptures and other different religions and you will see that same principle. So I learned at 38, I'm 51 now, but I learned at 38 the essence and the importance of that.
but karma can be a blessing too. It comes in two forms.
Say it again.
Definitely come in two forms.
And man, I struggled enough. How about you?
Listen. I owe this to God right here. You hear me? The only thing got me right here.
What'd you say over there, Brother Schofield?
Hey, I'm going through my own little struggle right now, but it
Mr.
continues.
Bingo.
You're right. But it continues to be blessing after blessing every time I'm put in a situation.
So let me ask this question, man, because you said something. You said something. You hear that, people? He said he going through his own little person. Do you want to share some of that with the people? What you learning? What you going through? How this subject is empowering your life? What?
Yeah, I share. So anybody and everybody that sees me knows I'm a very happy person. I continuously go through things. Recently, I was staying with my mom for a little bit to get back on my feet. And some things popped up and my mom told me I had to go. Now, it wasn't her fault, but it ended up happening. And life is what it is. But in the midst of that, I had nowhere to go. So in the midst of having nowhere to go, I went over to the Salvation Army, to the shelter, and I asked if they had a bed open. And they did. So ever since then, for about maybe 2 months now, I've been there. And
hold it. You making it sound all sad.
No. I'm getting
tell
there.
him something good. Tell him something good.
Tell him something good.
Don't worry, and I'm getting there.
Talking empowerment, baby.
So in the midst of going through all this and trying to figure out everything, I have been able to jump back on the working wagon. I have been able to get a room in a shelter to myself because I have 2 children, and I am able to see my children throughout the week. Through this, I've been able to continue to grow and better in myself every day. This right here, sitting in front of these 2 gentlemen, Wokes TV in the background, and being able to be here allows me to continue with the empowerment. Allows me to continue to motivate and be self-motivated to want to do better. I just had a conversation with my son, and my son is 9 years old. And I just told my son, I said, Daddy been through a lot. And he said, yeah. I said, I remember you had a conversation with Wokey. And he said, my boxing coach? I said, yeah, your boxing coach. And I asked him, I said, who is your hero? And he said, well, it's you. And I had to think about it myself because I've constantly went through so many ups and downs. Why am I your hero? What makes me a hero? And then I also had to think about it. Never left his side. Never ran away from my responsibilities. If I wasn't able to, I always made sure I was able to do it at a later date.
Now, people, he was set in an empowerless situation. powerless, but he remained empowered. Everything was snatched up under. I'm talking about principle. See, they told us about Job. Remember when he went through? I'm talking about principle, y'all. He just went through that. He told you that. He told you that. He said he was with his mom. Boom, he had to, lost it all. Car, everything. But here he is 2 months later. Look at that energy. Look at that glow. Hear that spirit. Listen to what he's telling us. All that is through empowerment. Because he had men around him telling one another how empowered, how in understanding, teaching about life, showing him. Man, it's some powerful things. Some powerful things about this, y'all.
And if what can be done for me at the age of 29 years old, staying in power, staying encouraged, staying motivated, it can be done for our youth. It can be done for the kids that are coming up right behind us to take our spots and do what we're doing one day.
Now let's talk about the mental health side on that. Generally, in a situation like that, you will go fall apart. Tell us about the flip side of that situation. What would happen in the time past?
Oh, in the past, I would have went and had a bottle. In the past time, I would have went and had a bottle. I would have went and sat at a lake. I would have went and hid. I would have went. No phone, no nothing. Nobody could have got a hold of me, and I wouldn't have cared. And I would have had a bottle and just sat. But I couldn't allow myself to do that.
Mental health.
I'm going to tell you right now.
We're talking about mental health, y'all.
And I'm going to put this out there. The first 3 nights in the shelter, I silently cried myself to sleep. How on God's green earth did I ever let myself get into this situation? On that 3rd day, I woke up that morning and I said, I can't do this no more. I'm gone. I can't do this no more. I got to work. I got kids. I got responsibilities. I got to keep going. And the mental health, it drained for a bit. I felt worthless. I felt useless. I felt like I felt like I didn't even want to continue to go and try to be a father. But then I thought about it. My kids don't deserve that. They don't deserve to not grow up without a father. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Keep fighting. Every day after that situation, I called Brother Doug. Him and I talked every day. If I was working, if I was off work, whatever it was, I talked to him every day. And he always asked, how's that mental health?
It's important.
And if you don't check up on that, I don't care who you are, woman, man, child, family member, if you don't check up on that, you missing out. If you don't give time to ask somebody how their mental health going, or just even sit down with them and listen to them, you missing an opportunity to really hear what somebody is saying without them even saying it. That's my TED Talk. Bingo.
Hey, Mr. Bingo.
He's still here in the building. He ain't go nowhere.
Hey, y'all, I'm going to read something else, y'all, man, because, we done had a good topic, good subject here. It says, here's the truth. No politician, no outside organization, no savior is going to magically fix everything. We're talking about the community. Empowerment has to come from within the community first. That's where it gets real. When people know their worth. They push for better schools, safer streets, healthier food, and more opportunities. Do you know your worth? What about you, Sticks? Do you know your worth? How does that feel when you know your worth?
It feels empowered.
Come on, man.
The question is, do you know the brother across from you worth? That's where the community starts.
What'd you say over there, Brother Scoville? You across?
I know my brother's worth. I know my brother's worth. I know my worth. And I'm going to give it to you like this. Not only do I know my worth and my brother's worth, but do you know the future's worth? Have you given them a chance? Let's give them some worth.
You hear me?
it's $1 million worth of game, and it's free to give out.
We gotta let them know you matter. You matter. Do they matter?
I'm thinking about it. Nah, man, what you gonna do without the future, man? The future. That's what I always say. I pay it forward, man. Gotta pay it forward,
Hey,
bro.
you know, man, you mentioned that round table elite. You know what I'm saying? I think the people ready. Give them a little bit. You said that round table elite represents that unity and it has that empowerment in it. Tell us about some of that mentality of that thinking of what it represents.
Basically, what it is, I formulated this mindset when I was incarcerated in the feds, man. And it stemmed from me being on hard times, financially unstable, and the brothers around me looking out, whether they got to chip in, whether they got to put a pot together, whether they, you know what I'm saying? Because it's meant for these times. When a person, no man can hold the world up alone forever. You know what I'm saying? So basically the mindset is, it's what we talked about. Get you a group that understand the mission. And you sacrifice yourself to the mission. Because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the future. You're doing it for wealth, generational wealth. You're doing it for your actions today will shape the future of tomorrow. So therefore, if I'm sick tomorrow, I don't want anybody in my house taking care of me. I want the people that I take care of to take care of me. And what it is where you make sure you set something aside for your brother, whoever your brother or your sister may be, your business partner. It's basically established in a business mindset right now, which is Round Table Elite. I'm the CEO, you feel me? Sticks, you know what I'm saying? But what it is
Mr.
where
CEO.
where I want to get it to is where we chip in pots. Where we might have a donation platter or whatever, to where we might have a new brother coming in, sister, new business venture, and we all go around and donate a percentage, but they also get this 100,000 pot that they gotta throw back in a certain amount of time, which will establish a connection and a bond with these people and also their children's in the future. Because who you gonna want your children to be around? The people you get money with. The people you with every day. You establish a relationship, and what it does, it creates an infinity loop of wealth, and it trickles down.
Networking.
And that's the concept of Round Table Elite. You feel me?
Networking.
Hey,
Let me say this correctly.
your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
Who you
I
hang
mean,
around,
it depends
who
on
you
if you viewing it like that. You feel me? But that's definitely the purpose of it, because I've never been in a room. Like I always tell people, they be saying, like that one question, would you rather take the $500 dinner or the sit down with JG? A lot of people would take the money, which is a logical excuse, but me, I would take the sit down.
I need to sit
You
down.
know
gotta
why?
sit down.
You don't have to say nothing to me.
Hey, I'm going to sit
In
down.
my mind, I've made it to this level where we in the same room. And guess what? That means anything you can obtain, I can obtain.
obtain too.
Man,
So
look,
I need to sit down. I need
Feel
to-
me?
I
Like,
need
you know what I'm
to-
saying? So it depends
What am I
on,
missing?
you know,
You see what I'm
how
saying?
you looking at it, yeah.
No, but see, now we're talking about teaching. See, that's what Unfiltered Thoughts about. You see how he took that principle right there? He just broke down the whole genetic system and principle of what he building with Round Table Elite. You see what I'm saying? And it led up to empowerment. But he took you through
Well,
the whole
wealth
journey.
evolves. We'll get that together.
And as you learn more, you'll see that it's part of the system, y'all. See, I was one of them individuals, man, that I thought that I was a shortcut and I can miss a dot here. I don't have to cross this T. But let me explain something, man. The system is the system. And what I learned is when a system is created to run a country, you have to get within that system to create the change and not bucket like that. You got to go learn it. You got to create the change from within. And it happens through teaching. I mean, we have a lot of historical facts. We got a lot of great leaders, a lot of great black leaders, and they all got brought down in a similar way, going against the government. I mean, if you go to look at some of a majority of our black leaders, when their message was going against our government, they had got brought down. And that's where we made the error at. We can't go against it. We have to get within and create the change within, y'all, because the damage, it runs deep. Deep. And that's why your voice counts. You are the future. And if you don't understand that right now, we're going to miss it. You see what I'm saying? I'm about to read something else to you. So if empowerment is about recognizing our worth, the next step is about using that power where it counts most. Woo! And y'all not getting ready to understand or like this answer. At the ballot box. So, this matter of empowerment, we're going to talk about how local politics and voting directly shape our everyday lives. And you're going to hear that coming from a felon perspective and a non-felon perspective. Woo-hoo-hoo! You see what I'm saying? See, at the ballot box, y'all, that's where it matters. That's where it matters. See, if we get to the ballot box, me, myself, man, I'm going to start getting more involved with the local government because I am involved with local government at our community events. I set up voter registrations and empower, let felons, people know that's off of parole, that's off of probation in the state of Missouri. You are a voter. You can get your right to vote. So, I encourage that. You see what I'm saying? Because if we're going to create this change, we got to get the masses to see that in order to get that local city council to hear us, got to come together. What you say on that, Sticks?
I don't know none of these mayors, judges, councilmen, none of that. I leave that up to you. I trust your judgment. I know some judges, and they wasn't in my favor when I met them, so I'm all right.
What you say about that, Brother Scoville?
I'm right there with Stick.
Listen,
man. I'm look.
Because my thing is just, I don't mean to cut you, but my thing is really just like, it goes back to the question I kind of asked you earlier. How would you start? You know what I'm saying? But it's I can't believe that if I vote for this certain person, he's not finna go right in here and fall in line with what's going on or not.
Yes.
That's definitely
and
true.
And then you got to understand the plate of a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Their job is to carry too much burden.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to fall short.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, or I'm thinking that they thinking, why not make the people that's been falling short? Why break something? Why fix something that ain't broken?
Hey, you're saying everything I was about to say.
Feel what I'm saying? So
True.
that's my take on it. It ain't nothing personally against, but I know politics. And I've seen a little tiny spectrum of it. But I'm going to tell you this. The way I witnessed it, I believe it was politics stripped to its core. So I think I got a little bit of a different insight than most people would looking at it as just quote-unquote politics.
See, that's deep. That both of those views came from y'all, and y'all both agreed. And y'all agree because, like you had said, that how I know that person gonna go in there and do what he say he gonna do. Okay, so let me ask this question. Let's get a little deep with it. Say for instance that in the community, because we teaching empowerment, the community, we coming together, we teaching about our cause, our needs, our wants, all right? And then we got this, a person step up to the plate and say, hey, I want to go over here and I'll run for office. Okay? In the community, we brought them up. They see things the same way that we see things. They look at things the same way that we look at things. You see what I'm saying? Now, they came out of our community.
Yeah, that's different. If you want a man, go for it.
But it's
because I don't care if you go in there and mess up and I'm the victim. I raised you shit. I should have showed you something better.
But it's the same system that they utilize to do what they doing.
I know the player that we voting for them.
Okay, but see, that's what I'm saying. If we get behind letting our young people know that their voice matter, if we build our own just like they build their own, you see what I'm saying?
I just didn't want to get a youth a strong voice with weak legs. That's all.
I got you.
Stand your ground as you speak your truth.
Be mindful. Your voice is powerful, but be mindful of what you speak.
That's right. That's right.
Because you got to stand on that.
You got to stand on it.
So therefore, what you do should come first. You learn how to walk before you learn how to talk, didn't you?
Say that again.
You learn how to walk for you. Most people,
majority
of the babies learn how to walk before they learn how to talk.
Oh, okay. I had to make sure because before I learned how to walk or talk, I had to learn how to crawl first. See, I had to slow down and think for a minute because I'm like, wait a minute, I was on my back. And then I had to turn over. Yeah. I had to learn how to turn over.
Matter.
You see what I'm saying? I started out having to be whole. You know, I started out not understanding how these arms and legs and head. You see what I'm saying? And then
you started at a process.
You started at a process that only
skip the steps.
Bingo. Because if you skip a step, you got to go right back to the beginning. And when you get back to the beginning, you're going to try and go all over again.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
And you won't go through the same thing. It's going to change.
It's going to be a whole different process again.
The same scenario twice.
But the principle is there. Yeah. See, that's what I'm teaching y'all. That's what I want you to understand. That's what I want you to understand. It's about principle.
You won't get past it until you learn that lesson.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? See? You got to start looking at things as principle. That means get off the surface and look at the meaning. Get under there. Look at the root cause. Look at the essence. Because that's what matters. And once you start thinking like that, start viewing things like that, man, you're going to get these type of results. You know, so you got to be empowered. You got to be empowered, y'all. And you're going to understand why that valid box is important. Well, your voice, it counts. Now, all of us may not be voicing that type of way. Want to be out there on them front lines. You see what I'm saying? But I want you to know, when you build that community, when you're teaching and understanding how empowerment goes, guess what? You give it 5, 10, maybe 15. You're going to see the results. You will see the results of that. Because the people that's in power today, they've been working at this thing since 1973. Woo! That's another subject.
Man, because you know the principles that was in play in 1973? But now, the further touch
I wasn't even born.
Also, this goes back to saying, you know the person you better because you might not be the one. You might not be the one to shoot the jump first. You might not be the one to run a touchdown. You might not be the one to draw.
Hey, say that again. You said you learn the root from who?
Right.
There you go. Or your sister?
Because it's a role for you. You will shine eventually. You might not be top dog, but you will get a little light on you. It's not about what you do.
You're going to get light on you regardless of what role you in.
Yeah.
It's just like the
unless
body,
you keep chasing the top road, then you're going to keep missing your light.
But you got to look at the principle of the body. If you don't look at the principle of creation, there's something wrong with you mentally. The body has one head. Then everything goes down in pairs till it gets to the other head. And then after that, everything go back down in pairs. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand, if you want success, understand how this thing here works. Because that's what this system that we living in, that's what it's built on. Anything to add, Brother Scoville?
You always do the bad with right.
You got anything?
In the head, bro. Slow down. Let me even say that dumb stuff you finish saying, man. Don't do it. Challenging, it just ain't working.
All right, y'all. Hey, I think that's another end to another Unfiltered Thought. Thank y'all for this time today, man. It's a good time. I like to give a shout out to all them black businesses out there, all them nonprofits out there, all them grassroots nonprofits. Stay encouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you got them young ones at home, if you're being involved in them young ones' life, leave them an example, something to look up to. Not down, not question, not underestimate. All right, check us out, Brother Scoville.
Everybody, y'all have a good day, great day. Shout out to Wokes TV. Shout out to DW3. Shout out to Roundtable Elite. See you again for another episode.
Shout out to my boys, man. Everybody that helped me get here, man. Don't forget to go check out that clothing apparel. Goldish Behave. Goldish Behave. If you got it in you,